Let's build a desktop. Oh, so much echo. Room empty already. Hi, this is Julian with Lignum Neophyte. In this video, I'll be building my desktop table to replace the old one in my workroom where I keep my tools and edit my videos. Rearranging is important for me because it allows me to keep my tools organized, my workspace functional, and my work efficient. So be sure to stick around as there's a happy accident that happened with the finish toward the end of the video. So hey, if you're a returning viewer who has not subscribed to my channel and you find my content helpful or at least entertaining in some way, I welcome you to my Neophyte Learning community. And please subscribe because I would really appreciate that. Okay, let's move on. For this project, I'll be using durian wood. Yes, durian, often known as the king of fruits, who doesn't shower, hence the unbearable stench for some people. Anyway, these 1.5 by 8s are already milled at the lumber yard, but I milled them again to suit the thickness that I like. Plus, I need them to be consistent for the glue up. So I cut them to roughly 8 feet first, and I'm going to use the 3 feet plus offcuts to build the keyboard slide and drawer faces later on. I've cut each of these 4 boards to 7 inches, which makes a total of 28 inches. And I only need 27 inches for the final width. I do this first because there's going to be clamp marks left on the sides once the glue up is done, and I'll cut off the excess with a circular saw later. So for the alignment and the glue up, I'm just going to use dowels to help with the alignment for the glue up, and I set it aside to let the glue dry while I work on the main frame to support the desktop. For the main frame, I use a 2x6 piece of yellow balau, a heavy hardwood, very stable and has good tensile strength. I used red balau in my previous video for my table saw workbench with black formica laminate, which is the one I'm using in this video. Okay, so I made the joinery for the main frame as simple but as strong as possible. It's just dadoed out grooves for the middle 2 supports with glue and 2 screws from the back, so I don't have to clamp them. And I just glued and screwed the outer 2 supports as they are going to be screwed to the wall, so I don't have to worry about it being strong enough or not. After sanding the frame to 180 grit, I sprayed 3 coats of Jotun wood shield, which is a polyurethane finish, and I waited 8 to 12 hours for each coat and also some light sanding in between. After that, I just installed it with some screws and wall anchors to the wall. Okay, so what I'm trying to do now is to just mark out where I'm going to drill my holes so that later on when I secure these side mount drawer slides, because I'm trying to do pocket holes right now. I'm trying to do pocket holes so that I can secure the top to the frame. So I wouldn't want to drill where my screws for my drawer slides will be. Yeah, okay, so just trying to mark it out with a permanent marker. I'm just gonna open it all up like this, like so, and just mark them out lah. It's not about precision this one, I'm just trying to know where the screws will be so that I don't drill my pocket holes there. So 1, 2, 3. So my pocket holes will be somewhere in between them lah, so I won't run into them when I drill my pocket holes. Now, my top piece is ready for blackhead removal, and by that, I mean those nasty holes made by wood borers. I spent 3 days on the main frame just to get the measurements right and the finish done, and removing these blackheads took me an entire night with this mini die grinder. Some holes are shallow and some are deep. So I just use a conical bit to drill them inward or to the side until I hit solid wood, because I can feel which part is softer or harder while I'm drilling the holes. And after that, it's just a matter of filling up those holes one by one with wood filler, which took another 5 to 6 hours, including drying time and sanding. It's looking patchy at the time, but I'm not worried because I'm going to use a stained varnish to finish the top to hide all the imperfections. Yes, I'm not gonna have the original wood color, but the main purpose is to blend the color with the room, which is also a color by Jotun called April Green, which is green with some yellow tones, depending on the light and shadow. Like to chat. The paint on the wall got scratched a bit. Never mind. It's completely stuck. So, okay. Reverse. Reverse. Almost. Yes! Okay. Wait, how am I supposed to get out? Underneath. I'll show you how flexible I am. Hey. Yes! It fits! It fits! Reverse. This durian wood has a reddish hue when finished with clear, as you can see for the first coat here. So you get my point. A yellow-green room just wouldn't go with red. My opinion, of course. But what do you think? Leave a comment. Okay, this is where the happy accident with the finish happened. The color of the varnish for the second and third coat is carbon grey, the stained varnish, which has grey and brown tones mixed. But after I finished the fourth and fifth coat with the Jotun wood shield clear again, to give it that 3D depth kind of thing, to get some depth basically, which has a honey-like color, and I got an even better color that I didn't expect at all. So hold on a little more longer, I'll show you at the end. Now, on to the drawers. I am making my drawers big and wide because I want to be able to arrange my stuff individually, side by side, so I can easily get to them when I need them. Unlike my older store-bought desktop with small drawers, where I had to dig in and rummage through everything just to find a cable, and everything is just crumpled up in the end. So, no more of that. For the keyboard slide, I built it out of the offcuts from the top piece which I mentioned earlier. I just glued them up, held them with clamps, drilled some countersunk holes, put in some screws, used some dowels to fill the holes to hide those screws. Then I just sprayed on 3 coats of carbon grey finish for the drawer boxes, the drawer faces and the keyboard slide. I didn't have any more of the Jotun clear for the 4th and 5th coat to make them have some depth like the top piece, but I just couldn't be bothered anymore because I've got the kitchen cabinet build coming up and I'm already 3 weeks in on this project. 3 coats is more than enough for finishing, at least in this project at this particular time. And that's where I noticed the color difference of the drawer faces and the top piece in the end. We're almost there, just a little more, bear with me. I think I better show you in the morning so that when the sunlight hits, the natural sunlight hits all these colors, and then you see like it's not really this dark. So it says carbon grey on the finish, the color of the finish, but as how I see it nowadays, like especially the top, when the sunlight hits it in the morning, it looks like olive. The color looks like olive to me, so like yellow green like that. So I don't know why it's called carbon grey, but maybe it has some characteristics of hues of grey, I don't know, but it looks like olive to me. So later I'll show you lah in the morning. Okay, so now that I'm able to do my own, so I've allocated so much more than I need, so I can put some stuff here, or phone or whatever, or documents and whatnot, and I can really move it around. So last time it was like this, the mouse was up here and then my shoulder was taking a toll, and then I don't think it's a very comfortable way of working. So now that I have so much, the space is so much bigger, I'm able to do it like this. So I won't be sitting on the floor lah, of course lah. So there will be a chair and whatnot. Okay, so this is what I mean by the color difference that I've been mentioning throughout the video. It's carbon grey, only 3 coats of finish, like I mentioned, remember? It has brown tones, mostly brown, plus a little bit of grey. And then look at the top. The top has 5 coats of finish. The last 2 coats being the Jotun clear, which has the honey-like color like I mentioned. The color is nothing like the drawer face. It looks like olive to me. It's very surprising to me at first, and then but I really like how it turned out, this happy accident. So look at how it matches all with the walls and everything. So it's earthy tones, and then plus the table is this color as well, plus there's this matte sheen and everything. So I was really happy of how the finish turned out in the end, even though an accident is an accident lah, but yeah, you get my point lah. Happy accident. And of course you won't really notice it from the side, like especially if you're looking from the top like this. Okay, you just be looking at the top, because plus there's the sheen from the light coming from the window and whatnot, so you won't really notice this particular color, it's different or whatever like that. So but yeah, it was because I opened the drawer the other day and then I saw, how come the color different? So and then I noticed what the clear did to the top. Okay, so that's it for this time's video. I hope you enjoyed the process, and there's some mistakes made as well, and it's a lesson for me and maybe a lesson for you as well if you're doing your own DIY stuff. It serves as a desktop already. I can keep my stuff, I can tidy up my room, keep my stuff down here as well. Previously there wasn't so much space down here, so my legs couldn't fit properly, my stuff were all over the place, so I see it as a plus point right now. And I hope you enjoyed the video, and that's it for this time. See you in the next one.